Hey, hello. So we're going to talk about, can poor posture cause pain in my arm? Okay, so the simple answer is yes, but it's not so simple. There is a lot of ifs and buts or other conditions associated with this. So before I delve into this further, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Swati. I'm an executive mom's power coach. So I help moms who are executives deal with the physical challenges of motherhood, which can range from a weak pelvic floor to a poor posture and everything in between. All right. So today we're going to talk about, can poor posture cause pain in your arm? So as I said, the answer is yes. But we also need to find out, where is that arm pain coming from? Which element of poor posture can cause that arm pain? Okay. So the first thing is, the arm pain could be locally in the arm, or it could be a referred pain. A referred pain is basically something, some pain that is coming from another part of the body. So it could be that your arm pain is a referred pain from your neck. If you have the habit of not keeping your neck or your arm in a neutral position, that is in a good posture, it can lead to arm pain. Now, how this works is, okay, so let's look at the local reason first. So if I, let me just reposition this. Okay, so if you are one of those who are working at a laptop or computer, or you use the phone a lot, or you are into gaming and you use your hands quite a fair bit through the day, you should be mindful of keeping your wrist in neutral. Now, when I say wrist in neutral, what that means is, if you look at the side of my wrist, so basically my wrist is not bent forwards, it's not bent backwards, but this line coming from the side of my forearm to the side of my hand is in a straight line. So basically, not bent forwards or backwards. Okay. The other element is, if you look at my hand from the front or the back, so this midline of my forearm here should be in line with the midline of my palm. So basically, I'm not tilting my hand to either of the sides, left or right. So once your wrist is in neutral, so basically, if you are holding, let me just get my phone. Okay. So if you are holding your phone, say you are on the phone calling somebody, you don't have your wrist bent forwards like this. However, your wrist stays in neutral. Yeah, most of us will do this. So you see how my wrist is bent backwards? You don't want to do this. You want to actually keep your wrist neutral. Similarly, when you are using a mouse, try and use a mouse pad which has got a bit of padding, so that your wrist is not like this holding the mouse. But when you have that padding, your wrist is actually in neutral here. Okay, so what happens if you don't keep your wrist in neutral? So that brings us to, basically, if your wrist is in a poor posture, what happens is, you have a lot of nerves going in this area around your wrist. You might have heard of conditions, different conditions. One of the common ones is carpal tunnel syndrome. Carpal tunnel syndrome happens when you do not position your wrist in neutral, or due to some reason there's an inflammation around this area, maybe because of poor posture, and then it will cause compression of the median nerve. That's one of the nerves that passes through this area here in the wrist. And that poor posture of either keeping your wrist in extension or in flexion, and basically not in neutral, can cause compression of the median nerve and cause all the tingling, numbness, pain, etc. in your hand. If you want to learn more about carpal tunnel syndrome, you can go to my YouTube channel, and I have done a full video there along with the exercises and tips and tricks to help you with carpal tunnel syndrome. And obviously, if you like what you see, then you can like and subscribe to my channel. Okay, now this was one of the local causes. Another common one, yes, I need to mention in the local causes, is your tennis elbow or golfer's elbow. That can also cause a local pain in your forearm, or even going up your arm. Usually, people think of tennis elbow and golfer's elbow as pain down into the forearm and hands, but it can actually go up into your arm as well. Now, the second factor is your referred pain. So it is possible that if you have a poor posture with your neck, basically you don't keep your neck in neutral, you're always protruding your neck forwards, or you're sleeping in a position or a posture where your neck is not in neutral, so basically in a poor posture, it can cause compression of the nerves that are exiting your vertebra. So basically, our vertebrae are like building blocks stacked on top of each other with a little bit of a cushioning, that is the disc in between. And then there are the nerves exiting from the sides. So, what can happen is if your neck is not in neutral, then, or if you have a poor posture of the neck, then what will happen is those nerves can get pinched, and the nerves basically supply your the whole area of your upper limb, so basically from your shoulder down to your fingers. So depending on which part of the nerve and which segment of the vertebrae is affected, of the spine is affected, which specific vertebra is affected, you can have pain going down into your hands and arms, etc. So remember, if you have arm pain, look for localized reasons like tennis elbow, golfer's elbow, carpal tunnel syndrome, etc. It's not an exhaustive list, but these are the common ones. Or else look at your neck posture, right? So if you take care of your posture, you can avoid arm pain. Okay, so it is possible that your poor posture is causing your arm pain. If you want to learn more about any of these conditions that I mentioned, how to manage them at home, or if you want to learn about how to achieve and maintain a good posture, feel free to join my community. I will leave a link in the description of this video for those of you who are watching me on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, etc. If you're watching me on Instagram, you can find my bio. In my bio, if you click on there, you'll find my community. It's a free community that you can join, and we talk about posture in that community and many more topics that might be relevant to you. Alrighty, I hope that was useful for you, and I'll see you guys next time. If you have any topics that you want me to talk about, do let me know, and I will be happy to help you there. Bye for now.